I didn't believe in ghosts. Not until the day I stepped into Briarhill Children's Hospital for what was supposed to be a final inspection. The building was scheduled for demolition in 2 weeks. My job was to do a final sweep and sign off that no structural dangers or lingering hazardous materials remained. It was an ordinary formality, the kind I'd done dozens of times before. But Briarhill didn't feel ordinary. Even from the outside, the red brick facade looked more like a mausoleum than a hospital. Windows gaped like open mouths. Ivy crept up the walls like black veins. The front doors were chained shut, but I had the key. I pushed the door open and stepped into the foyer. Dust swirled in the flashlight beam, catching on old posters and a broken reception desk. The smell hit next. Mildew, rust, and something faintly sweet. I told myself it was just rot, but it reminded me of cotton candy. I began my rounds with the second floor, the children's ward. Each room still had beds, some with rusting cribs. One had a teddy bear lying face down. Another had a wall covered in scribbled crayon drawings. Shaky stick figures with wide, empty eyes. They all had something in common. A tall, thin man in a long coat standing in the corner. I paused, checked the clipboard. Nothing in the demolition report about leftover artwork, but I noted it anyway. Drawings left on wall, possible preservation concern. I moved on. Room 212 had peeling paint and shattered glass. I was turning to leave when I heard it. A whisper, barely audible. "Nurse?" I froze. My flashlight flickered. I stepped back inside. Hello? Nothing. I chalked it up to the wind, but as I turned, I saw it. A small handprint on the inside of the window. Fresh, still wet. I backed away, heart pounding. Then I heard it again, clearer this time. A child's voice, soft and close. "Are you the new nurse?" My breath caught in my throat. I wasn't alone. I turned slowly, aiming my flashlight toward the source of the voice. Empty. Only the old hospital bed, dusty toys, and a small chair by the window. "Who's there?" I asked, louder now. Silence. But as I stepped out into the hallway, I caught movement. A flicker of something darting into the room across from me. I followed, heart pounding harder than my footsteps. The room was bathed in cold light from the broken window. And in the far corner, standing barefoot on cracked linoleum, was a child. A girl, no older than 6. Hair tangled, wearing a patient's gown. She looked at me with calm, glassy eyes. "You're not the night nurse," she said. I froze. "What's your name?" I asked carefully. She didn't answer. Instead, she turned and walked deeper into the corridor. I hesitated, then followed her. She led me to the recreation room, or what was left of it. Mold-eaten bean bags, a torn-up puppet stage, and murals of smiling suns on the walls, all faded into decay. 2 other children stood inside, a boy with missing teeth and a girl holding a cracked music box. None of them spoke. They just watched me. "Where are your parents?" I asked. The boy tilted his head. "We're waiting for Doctor Calder." That name wasn't in the hospital logs. "Who is that?" "He makes the bad parts go away," the music box girl said. Then she opened the lid. A hollow lullaby echoed into the silence. It didn't sound right. The tune was off-key, reversed. I felt my stomach twist. "And what are the bad parts?" They looked at each other. Then, in unison, "The dark corners!" The light overhead flickered. "We're not supposed to leave our rooms when he's making rounds," the first girl said. "Who?" "The night doctor," whispered the boy. "You'll see him too, if he likes you." I backed away toward the door. "This isn't funny." "We're not joking," said the girl. "He comes when it's quiet, when the lights go out." As if on cue, the last bulb above us snapped. Darkness poured into the room. Then, a dragging sound in the hallway. I raised the flashlight and stepped out. The beam danced across the peeling walls, then caught movement. Something long and white disappearing behind a corner. Like a coat. A doctor's coat. The kids didn't follow. I turned back once. They were standing in the same spot, now smiling. "He's coming now," said the boy. "Better hide." I turned and ran down the hallway. My breath came in gasps. At the end of the corridor stood a tall figure. Too tall. Its head nearly brushing the ceiling. It didn't move, didn't speak. Just watched me with a face hidden in shadow. My flashlight died. Total darkness. And then, a voice beside my ear. "You shouldn't be here after visiting hours." I screamed, but no sound came out, and then he stepped toward me.